Welcome back to my channel. Today we will explore a turn-based strategy role-playing game that has been receiving quite a lot of attention recently, and that is Star Sailors. This is a product published by Com2S Holdings, standing out with its modern 3D anime-style graphics and a combat system that is heavily focused on strategy. Star Sailors takes us into a world that has been shattered by a massive magical explosion, causing the lands to break apart and float in the sky. In this setting, players take on the role of a Star Sailor, beginning a journey to collect legendary relics in order to restore order and gradually uncover the truth behind the catastrophe. From the very first moments of experience, the game tries to create a sense of mystery and vastness, encouraging players to dive deeper into the story. Not stopping at the storyline, Star Sailors strongly emphasizes turn-based strategic gameplay, where every decision in team formation and every skill used can directly affect the outcome of a battle. That is why in today's video, I will analyze in detail everything from gameplay, character systems, and combat mechanics to the current strengths and limitations of the game to see whether Star Sailors truly lives up to the community's expectations. Next, we will dive deeper into the setting and story of Star Sailors, because this is one of the key foundations that shape the unique identity of the game. The world in Star Sailors was once a unified and prosperous land, where humans and magical energy sources coexisted in balance. However, everything changed after a massive magical explosion, an event that not only destroyed the structure of the world, but also tore space apart, causing continents to separate and float in the sky. After the catastrophe, the old order collapsed, new forces began to rise, and the mysteries surrounding the origin of the explosion gradually became the center of the story. The floating lands are not just ruins, but also hide ancient artifacts, lost sources of power, and dangers never before known. It is within this chaotic context that the role of a Star Sailor was formed. As a Star Sailor, the player is not simply a warrior conquering territories. Your mission is to explore the fragmented lands, collect heirlooms with special powers, and gradually restore balance to the world. Each journey is not only a battle, but also part of the process of searching for the truth behind the catastrophe. The story is developed through dialogues, main quests, and side quests, helping players gradually understand more about the history, factions, and motivations of each character. One notable point is that the setting of Star Sailors does not merely serve as a backdrop for gameplay, but directly influences the way the character system and combat mechanics are built. The remaining energy sources after the magical explosion form the foundation of the character's powers, creating diversity in skills and fighting styles. As a result, the storyline and gameplay are closely connected, making the overall experience more seamless and deeper. After understanding the setting and the role of a Star Sailor, we will now move to the most important part that determines whether you will stay with Star Sailors in the long term, which is the core gameplay loop, including combat, collection, and progression. First is the turn-based combat system, which is the center of the entire experience. Each battle follows a familiar turn-based mechanism, where you and the enemies take actions in turns based on speed or a predefined order. However, the difference lies in how the game encourages players to build highly strategic team compositions, combining roles such as attacker, defender, and support, while also taking advantage of the elemental system to create counter advantages. Using skills is not simply about dealing damage, but also involves effects, control, and resource management during battle. In addition, the burst chance mechanic appears at certain moments, allowing you to trigger a special attack if you react in time, adding more depth and interaction to combat. Next is the character collection element, an indispensable part of modern role-playing games. Players will recruit partners with different roles and skill sets, each character having their own fighting style and personal story integrated into the main narrative. Choosing who to invest in and how to combine them within a team will directly affect combat efficiency in both PvE and PvP. This diversity creates motivation for players to continue exploring and experimenting with different strategic approaches. Now we move to the upgrade system. the element that helps maintain the long-term gameplay loop. Characters can level up, increase their star rank, unlock new skills, and equip items to boost their stats. In addition, collecting and using heirlooms also plays an important role in optimizing overall power. Players will continuously participate in activities such as story chapters, dungeons, raids, or events to earn resources, then return to invest in their team, thereby unlocking more difficult challenges. This cycle of battling, receiving rewards, upgrading, and continuing to conquer new content forms the core rhythm of Star Sailors and keeps the experience focused with clear goals. After understanding the gameplay loop, we will move into the part that truly creates depth in Star Sailors, which is the strategic highlights revolving around the elemental system, the burst chance mechanic, and team building. First is the elemental system, which is a crucial foundation that directly affects damage and survivability in each battle. Every character belongs to a specific element, and there are counter relationships between these elements. When you attack the correct countered target, the damage dealt will be higher, and additional effects may also be triggered. This forces players to observe the enemy team before entering battle, rather than using a fixed lineup for every situation. In difficult content such as boss fights or PvP, choosing the wrong element can put you at a disadvantage from the very beginning. Next is the burst chance mechanic, a factor that prevents combat from becoming repetitive even though it is turn-based. At certain moments, the system creates an opportunity for players to trigger a special attack through precise timing. If executed correctly, you can increase damage, extend combo chains, or gain a major advantage during a crucial phase of the battle. This mechanic is not overly complex, but it adds an extra layer of direct interaction, requiring players to stay focused instead of simply watching turns play out automatically. The deciding factor for overall strength still lies in team building. An effective team not only needs sufficient damage, but also must maintain balance between offense, defense, and support. Combining the right roles, the right elements, and the right supporting skills will create synergy, allowing the team to function more smoothly. In many cases, a team with strong synergy can defeat opponents with higher stats but weaker coordination. Therefore, the strategic highlight of Star Sailors does not lie in a single character, but in how you connect the entire system together to form a complete strategy. Next, we will take a look at the current game modes and meta in Star Sailors, as this directly affects your experience after mastering the combat mechanics and strategy. Star Sailors is not limited to story content alone, but also offers multiple modes for players to challenge themselves. In addition to the main story chapters and exploration dungeons, the game features group boss raids, where you cooperate with other players to defeat powerful enemies, and PvP battles against teams from players around the world. The current meta revolves around optimizing elements and character roles, finding team compositions with the highest offensive power and survivability, while balancing offense and defense depending on the mode. This diversity ensures that the experience does not become repetitive and always presents new challenges for players to explore. In terms of graphics, sound, and overall presentation, Star Sailors delivers a very impressive experience. The 3D anime-style graphics are detailed from characters to environments, with vibrant colors and smooth animations. Every scene in the game is carefully crafted to create a lively and engaging atmosphere. Background music and skill sound effects enhance the intensity of each battle, while voice acting, depending on the release region, adds more emotional depth to the story. All of these elements combine to create a presentation that is both visually appealing and accessible for both new and veteran players. Regarding strengths and weaknesses based on community feedback, Star Sailors has many positive aspects as well as areas that need improvement. On the positive side, many players praise the beautiful graphics, appealing art style, deep strategic system, and meaningful gameplay content. The combination of elements, roles, and burst chance makes each battle feel fresh and requires thoughtful planning. However, some players have pointed out balance issues within the current meta, where certain team compositions are significantly stronger than others, along with minor bugs during the testing and soft launch phases. In addition, the luck-based nature of the character collection system is a concern for some players. Finally, when looking at the overall experience, Star Sailors is a game worth trying for those who enjoy turn-based strategic role-playing games. It successfully combines a large-scale world narrative, deep combat systems, and beautiful visuals, while offering plenty of content to explore in both PvE and PvP modes. Although there are still aspects that need refinement, according to community feedback, especially regarding balance and collection experience, the potential of Star Sailors is very clear. If you enjoy strategic experiences that require critical thinking and experimenting with different team compositions, this is definitely a game worth investing your time in. Let's continue exploring and experiencing everything that Star Sailors has to offer. And before ending today's video, if you found this content about Star Sailors helpful and it helped you better understand the gameplay, strategy, and potential of the game, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss upcoming analysis and review videos. Your subscription and support are the biggest motivation for me to continue investing time and effort into creating higher quality content in the future. You can also leave your thoughts in the comment section below, share your experience with Star Sailors, or talk about the team you are building so we can discuss and exchange more strategies together. See you in the next videos.